What's going on, everyone? Crazy Crab here, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about this new situation with COPPA, which is the old privacy laws to protect children's privacy and children's identity and things like that online. This law came into effect back in '98, but we're just talking about it now because they cracked down on YouTube, and YouTube cooperated with them, and they all came with this plan that now they're going to really basically hold the creators responsible to make sure that they are complying with this act and making sure that children's rights to privacy are protected while they're on YouTube. Originally, YouTube just figured, okay, we'll just make it a site for you have to be 13 years or older to access it. That was the original plan. But obviously that hasn't worked because the kids were making their own channels. Kids were getting on anyway. Kids are all over YouTube. So that did not really work, but YouTube didn't care. They didn't do anything about it. So now they got in trouble from COPPA, and now they've changed the platform so that you have to declare for each video and for your entire channel, if you want to, whether it's for kids or not for kids. Which, okay, no big deal for me, right? Because obviously my channel's not for kids, you would think. But anyway, I'm going to get to that in a minute. The problem is that if you put 4 kids on one of your videos, all the features that come with YouTube videos, from comments to being able to save to watch later, even thumbs up and thumbs down, all that stuff is gone. Not to mention ads are going to be gone. You can't monetize the video. You can't make money on the video. I mean, the videos, so channels that are strictly for kids that make a lot of money, that have a bunch of subscribers, they're in big trouble. They're really stressing out. I don't have to stress out too much. I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. I'm not even monetized. And I'm not really for kids. Anyone who watches my channel knows I cuss. I talk about all kinds of stuff. I talk about freaking Lando being pansexual up in here. I mean, this ain't for kids. I'm talking about movies that we adults watch. And those movies people like to claim are for kids, like Star Wars and stuff, are, yeah, kids watch Star Wars. Of course, everybody watches Star Wars, but they're not made for kids. If they were, we wouldn't see hands getting chopped off left and right. But that's beside the point. Major point being is that if you violate this, if you're wrong on your video, if you say your video is not for kids because you want there to be comments, obviously, you want people to be able to thumbs up the video, you want the video to be able to potentially make money, so you put not for kids, but then COPPA or some employee, any old employee over there, determines actually this is for kids, because it's not up to YouTube, it's up to us to get it right. YouTube is not going to help you. They're not going to tell you whether it's for kids or not. So you try to go ahead and put out your video and say, well, obviously this is not for kids. Let's just say I'm reviewing a movie, Frozen 2, but I figure, well, come on now. Yeah, kids love Frozen, but adults do too. It's just a movie review. It's obviously not for kids. So, I'm going to go ahead and, monetize this video and say it's not for kids. But then COPPA decides, oh, that was for kids. Per video, you can get fined up to 42 grand. $42,000 per video if they decide that you messed up. If you're wrong, you can get fined up to 42 grand. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're just going to go fining everyone 42 grand, because potentially I guarantee that there will be a ton of videos on YouTube that are going to be marked not for kids, that are going to be clearly for kids. And I don't know if they're just going to be getting $42,000 fines left and right, or if that's just the max fine. Don't really understand it, but I know from what they say, they act like that's just a fine. They have an exact amount of money, and that's what you get fined, and it's about $42,000. Which, of course, if they were to fine me $42,000, they're not going to get it, because I don't have anything close. I don't have $42, much less $42,000. So I don't know why the fee is so incredible, because most people can't pay it anyway. I know I can't. You might as well charge me whatever, $42 billion, because you're never going to get it all. So I don't know what it's just insane. My life would be over. My financial life would be over. And I don't know. I just would be screwed. In this kind of situation, though, when I look into it, I find out that it doesn't really matter what I think. It doesn't matter what the normal thinking person would think. It only matters what some employee over at COPPA thinks. Someone in charge of doing this decides, hey, look at this channel here. What do we have here? We have a giant mascot dressed up like a crab talking about Batman and Superman and Star Wars. Are you kidding me? And Wonder Woman. Yeah, this is definitely for kids. That's what that idiot might think. And then charge my ass $42,000. And what am I supposed to do? There's nothing you can do. You can't do anything unless you want to take them to court, which, if you know what that entails and how expensive that is, getting a lawyer and trying to fight in court, fight some of these gigantic whether it's COPPA, a government-sponsored agency, or, YouTube or Google or any of these people, you think that you're going to stand a chance? How's that going to go? At best, they'll say, okay, well, instead of 42 grand, we'll cut it down to 20 grand. Oh, well, wow, jeez, I'm okay now. Let me just write you a check. No, I don't have 20 grand either. Now, people are going to say, dude, you're such an idiot, dude. Your content is clearly for adults. You clearly have nothing to worry about. But they're very unclear. They're very vague about what it is. And all you know is that if one person over at COPPA decides that, oh, this is for kids, they can charge you $42,000. And like I said, giant mascot dressed like a crab talking about Superman. I mean, they said, and this is I've read and heard, that if it appears for kids from 20 feet away, then it is considered for kids. It doesn't matter who you're making it for. It doesn't matter who your viewers are. It doesn't matter if YouTube says actually 99.7% of the viewers are over the age of 18. Doesn't matter. Your intended audience, your actual audience does not matter. The only thing that matters is what COPPA decides. So all this said, what's my point of this? Is that I've been thinking of doing some changes to the channel anyway. And I do have multiple channels. I have other channels. And none of those channels I was really worried about. This is the only one I'm really worried about because of the whole crab deal. And it's not every video. Majority of these videos are fine. But there are some of my older videos that I might need to go ahead and change the classification for kids just to feel safe about it. I won't take down the videos. I might change them for kids, which means you can't comment anymore. But it's not like you're all going commenting on my old videos anyway. And as for future videos, I just have to think, do I want to go ahead and just freaking turn on the camera and just talk movies, talk SJW, talk all this nonsense right to the camera? And it's not going to be the first time because I've done it before. I have other channels where I talk to the camera. I don't mention those channels here because this channel was supposed to be a different kind of experiment where I'm the crazy crab up in here, okay? But if I got to worry about that, then that's something else. And again, you can tell me, and I can tell me, and everyone can tell me, dude, you are freaking paranoid. They're not going to freaking consider this for kids. It just takes one idiot. Being overconfident can be your demise. I'm telling you. You have to think about it from the point of view of these morons. We are not the ones who decide. How many idiots are out there? Star Wars is for kids, first and foremost. Star Wars is first and foremost for kids. Blah, 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 blah. Even though I have a YouTube channel making millions of dollars off of Star Wars, and I watch it and talk about it, and I got the t-shirts and all that. And Last Jedi is awesome, but Star Wars is for kids, right? They like to throw that out there. It's a joke. But hey, there could be some dumb SJW who doesn't like me, who doesn't like the Fandom Menace, working for COPPA, who finds, our channels, starts looking through them and says, well, they're obviously not for kids. I can't really do anything about it because they're just talking movies. Oh, what about this? What is this here? Oh, look at this giant crab. That's what adult wants to look at this giant crab? So, I am sorry, but when you start throwing 42,000, I don't mind taking a risk. If the fee was 25 bucks, I'll risk it. Hey, if the fee was 100 bucks, I might risk it. I can come up with 100 bucks. Okay, 42 grand. I would suggest to everybody, if you run a channel and you even think that it's possible, you might just want to look into it. I've been looking into it. I've read it. I've watched video after video after video on this, just thinking about it because we're talking about 42,000 per. And if you got, a lot of videos, it could get to the millions. Yeah, they could say you owe $72 million. What are you going to do then? So anyway, I'm thinking heavily about doing some changes, making some changes to the channel, maybe on January 1st of the new year to come up with a different format, maybe even rebrand the whole thing. Let me know what you think about this because there will be comments in this video. I haven't done any changes yet. This doesn't go into full effect anyway until next year. So I think we're safe until then from the 42,000. But it's just something that concerns me. It concerns me no matter what people say. Dude, you cuss in your videos. You're obviously it's completely for adults, but it's not up to us. That's the thing about it. It's not up to us. So unless it's just absolutely nothing that even resembles something for kids, then I think you're safe. But if they can try to just make that argument and then they say, hey, we're going to go after this guy, what's the risk reward? I don't make money on this channel. I'm not monetized. There is no risk reward. There's no, the reward is getting to talk to you guys about movies. And I can do that anyway. I don't have to be necessarily crazy crab. So I hate to do it, but I'm not going to do anything with the old videos. It's all going to be there for anyone to watch anytime anybody wants to. But I might have to change the classification if I determine that it's just too risky, because YouTube's not going to give advice. Even lawyers won't give advice. The lawyers are going to tell me, yeah, it does look a little risky. You might want to think about classifying those for kids. You might want to think about it. So anyway, this is crazy crap, and it's a crazy law, and it's absolutely nuts, and I don't think it protects kids at all. It's going to make YouTube a more dangerous place, because all these videos for kids are going to probably go away for the most part, because they can't make money off them. They can't do anything with them. So it's just going to be more inappropriate material for kids getting out there. People who do make videos for kids, who put together Legos or something, are going to say, wow, I need to adult up my videos to make sure I'm safe. They're going to start cussing in their videos, you know, putting some inappropriate materials in the videos just to make sure that they're safe. Okay, that's what's going to happen. So anyway, I don't really understand fully what the thinking is here, but I've done research, and I'm going to research some more, just giving you my thoughts out there, and want to know your thoughts as well. So this is Crazy Crab, and I'm out.